So this beautiful Monday morning in Chennai, I welcome you all for an experience of beauty in minutes. We all know in the history, many wars were fought, and that was all because of the beauty of the women. It was the beautiful women. Again, there had been many incidences where the women has been put behind the covers because of their beauty. It is the beauty of the women which has been written in poems by poets all across the world. Everyone wants to look beautiful. Even a child who is just 2 years old stands in front of the mirror, sees from different angles, and admires herself and himself both. And even a lady at the age, why only the lady? I have seen even men about 60 and 70, even they stand in front of the mirror and they start seeing something here and there. And then it's like, oh, yes, something new has come. This line has come. This is gone. So beauty is something which everyone loves to own. And let's talk about it today. I'm going to talk to you about how do you make yourself look beautiful just from within your house. You don't need to step out. You don't need to put anything onto your face, and still you can look beautiful. So before we go, let me just take you through what actually we can achieve by small maneuvers to your face itself, which are not really taxing. So just have a look here, please. So now you see, it's like, you can really change how a person can look. And this all is just with the help of some exercises, some sort of movements onto your face. And I'm going to take you through all those different procedures. So if you see in our body, it's like how we have got muscles on the other part of the body, even the face has got muscles. So there are multiple muscles onto the face and they're very small sized muscles. So if the muscle is small, it just means that it gets tired very soon. Physiologically, as a person grows old, yes, there is a weakness into the muscles. The muscles, like in the other part of the body, when their muscles start sagging, similarly, the facial muscles start sagging. Now, underneath the muscles, there is fat. Now, if a muscle in a particular area, let us say over here, the muscle becomes weak, then the fat which is there here, it's like it just sags down and we see it as like an under eye bag. Now, this is, the muscles have to be made strong enough to just push this back in and the fat goes back into its own place. It gets support. So the support of the fat, when it is lost, that is where then the face starts changing the shape. This, you can see this, the hanging of the muscles here. This is basically the loose muscle which is hanging down, the fat which is just pushed itself down, and we can see it as these types. The face starts looking longer. You might have seen at the younger people, they have got a face which is more oval or circular, or say it's like round. But then as we grow old, the face tends to become longer. It's just because the fat from these areas, it starts coming down, it hangs down, muscles become weaker. Also, it is not only the muscles of the face, it is the muscles even of the neck which support. The neck muscles here, they are attached to the jaw, and these muscles, they support the facial muscles. So the strength of these muscles is also important if a person is keen on having a good shape of the face. Now, inside, underneath the skin, there is something called lymph. It's a fluid which flows throughout the body. And this lymph, under the skin of the face, this lymph which flows, it flows towards the lymph nodes. We have the lymph nodes here. We have the lymph nodes down here. So the lymph flows and the lymph has to be drained. Now, when the muscles become weaker, it doesn't let the lymph just move. Or if the muscle become tight, if somebody is too tensed, A tensed person will always have a tighter muscle. So tighter muscles don't allow the lymph to move. And that is where then the radiance of the face goes off. The face starts looking dull. The face also there will be some areas where there will be a puffiness of the swelling seen, some areas which will look so dull. So there has to be a good lymphatic circulation on the face to have a radiant skin. Also, people, those who have got neck pains or they have got tight necks. So these muscles, when they become tight enough, so the lymph nodes here starts, they get pressed. So if the lymph nodes are pressed, it doesn't allow the lymph to be draining into it. And that is where then there will be a swelling in this region, or the person gets up in the morning finding puffiness over the face. The whole face looks as if it is blown up. It's just that the drainage of the lymph is not happening properly. If there is no other medical reason like any cardiac issues or renal issues, then it is this. So what we need to do is we need to just drain, and this is how the drainage has to be done. So like now, it's like, you need to, forehead, it has to come and drain. I'll remove my specs here so I can show you exactly. It's here, these are the lymph nodes here down here. So it's like, you need to take it and bring it to your lymph nodes. No need to press. The moment you start pressing, you don't let the lymph flow. It has to be a very gentle pressure, and just move your hand and take it down here. Drain the lymph. Drain the lymph from here, bring it down. Drain from here, bring it into the lymph nodes. From here, again, there are lymph nodes down here also. There are lymph nodes down here. So you need to drain it to the lymph nodes down here. You need to drain it here into these lymph nodes. So you need to just do it, say about not more than say 5 to 7 repetitions, and you can see a good change on the face. Now, normally what happens is as we grow old, or people, those who have got bad oral hygiene, the teeth, there will be cavities in the teeth and they have repeated visits to the dentist, the muscles around the jaw tend to become tighter. There are small knots, as how we get the knots in the muscles of the limbs. The similarly small knots get formed in these muscles also. Now these knots will not let the mouth open up normally or give you the right expression. Just move your tongue around on the cheek, from down to up to down, as much back as you can. Both the sides. Now, when you are doing this, if at all there is a knot, when you're doing that, you'll immediately feel a sharp shooting pain when you come over the knot. So that is where then you need to release the knot there. How do you release the knot? Either wherever you have felt the sharp pain, you need to just move your tongue again up and down over there a couple of times till you feel that the pain is no more there. Now, even when you're taking your tongue over the cheek, you will be able to feel like, how much the tongue goes on one particular side. The same extent of movement of the tongue doesn't happen on the other side. It can be, it's like, this side you are able to bring the tongue right up to here, but on the other side it just comes till here. It doesn't reach the back of it. That's quite possible. It can be the muscle tightness. It can be the stiffness in your jaw joints. Now, if the jaw joints are also tight, that will also give you an asymmetry of the face. So one side of the face may look flat, the other side of the face will have a proper curve. So the tight jaw side will have a flat face. So how do you ensure that your jaws are good? It's like, open your mouth gradually. Okay, and you can check it in front of the mirror as you open the mouth. If the mouth is just opening and then as it is opening, it is just getting drifted to one particular side, then there is a tightness of the jaw on that particular side. That is stiff jaw on that side. If the mouth opens straight, it doesn't get drifted right or left, it's a good thing. So then in that case, it might be your muscles. I'm showing you some jaw exercises in order to release the jaw joint. So you keep your hands, your fingers here, open and close. You will feel something moving. So that is where you keep your finger. Now, no need to press. The jaw joint should not be pressed. You just keep your finger very lightly, keep it in contact, a very light pressure, and slowly open the mouth. And as you open the mouth, if the jaw is getting drifted to a particular side, you're just supposed to give a small resistance, a very minimum resistance, not let it move to that side, and keep opening in the mouth. Keep doing this 5 times. The next, open the mouth and move the jaw right and left. And it should be done very slowly. You should not just, there should be no thrust. This is not good. You will harm your joints. Go very slow. You should not feel any click in this joint. There should be no clicking. It should just be a smooth movement. Okay. And then the third is push your lower jaw out. So five times. So once you have done these, now again open the mouth and check if the movement is free. You can feel a similar movement on both the sides. If not, not to worry, nothing can happen in one day. It has to be repeated for a couple of days. But my experience, I have seen it just takes not more than a week for getting the normal movements on both the sides, till and until you have an arthritis of the jaw joint. Next. Now, the muscles around the jaw, even these muscles become tight. We all have a habit of eating from one particular side more than the other. It's like we don't use both the sides equally. So the side which is not being used more frequently, the muscles on that side tend to become weaker, tend to become shortened. You have now we have done, taken care of the lymphatic circulation. We have taken care of the joint mobility. We have removed the knots from here. These are the neck muscles here. The muscle here, these muscles should be say they should have a normal mobility. So how do you do it? It's like, keep your hand over here. Keep your hand here and slowly tilt the head towards the opposite side and look up. As you do this, you will feel a stretch here. Is the stretching of these muscles important? And release. So when you stretching of these muscles will open up the lymph nodes here. They open up the lymph nodes under the collarbone, open up the lymph nodes under your mandible, and it allows the lymph to drain. So again, hold it here and tilt your head to the opposite side. Look up. Count till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And come back. Similarly, on the other side, you need to. Then the muscles here on the front of the neck, keep your hand on the front of the chest here and slowly look up. Keep looking up. And as now, slowly turn towards your left and then the right. So 5 times left, 5 times on the right. Once this is all done, now you're ready for your facial exercises. The exercises for the face will vary depending on what is the purpose. If your purpose is the under eye bags, there are exercises for the eye. If your purpose is to get a perfect smile, that's different. If there's an asymmetry of the face, the muscles used up will be different. So depending on what is the purpose, accordingly we do. I'm going to just show you some general exercises, and very specific exercises need to be done separately. So when you work on the eye, see, eye also has got, if you see here, there are so many muscles around the eye. These muscles around the eye here, there are 8 muscles. Now these 8 muscles of the right, 8 muscles of the left, they have to work in coordination, and then only if at all one side muscle is weaker, it can affect the other side eye muscle performance. So both the side muscles individually also have to be strong, and they need to work in coordination. So the exercises for this is, 1, you need to just keep, like, take your, without moving your eyebrows, lift your the eyeball up. So look up towards the ceiling and then look down towards the floor. Up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor. 5 times. Then extreme left, extreme right. Left and right. Again 5 times on both the sides. And then circular, you need to move how much ever the bigger circle you can make. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, 5 times each. The circle has to be as big as possible.
You have to take care of all of this, but that might save it.
Okay, so once you do this, and then after that, it's like, close your eyes very tightly and open it. Close and open it up. So 5 times. These are just exercises, some exercises for the eye muscles, which will help your eyes. Number one, because of a lot of more gadget use, there is a dryness into the eye, there's a fatigue of the eye muscles. And because of this, you may start having pain around the eye. You will have some sort of, say, dark circles around the eye, underneath the eye. There will be under eye bags. So these are some exercises which you can practice. Regarding the cheek, it is blow your cheek, like, fill in the air equally on both the sides. And if one of the side, if you have a stiffness, you will feel a little bit of pain. That's all okay, not to worry about it. And push the air right to left, left to right. This way. So 5 times on this side, 5 times on that side. That is one. The second is, again, these muscles need to be worked. So you should see the muscles standing out. Okay. So you will feel the skin moving up. You will feel both the muscles equal on both the sides. There are times, if suppose you have any problem with your neck, if you have any sort of problem with your shoulder, definitely when you try to pull, you will not find equal pull on both the sides. So you need to just, like, get in touch with your physiotherapist, or you need to do some sort of the stretches and make it equal. If it is equal, you gain a good, beautiful face. At the same time, you will be getting rid of the pain around the neck and the shoulder. They are all dependent, interdependent. So these are the exercises which you do for your face. There are some exercises which you can work on these, like, so here it's like pulling your eyebrows up. And as you pull your eyebrows up, it should be so hard a pull that you should be able to pull your ears also up. You can see my ear moving if you can. Okay, so eyebrows need to be taken up and down. What are the advantages you get with all this? Number one, as I said, it's a beautiful skin, because with these exercises, you get a good blood circulation. So the skin becomes radiant. No, like children in the adolescent age, they can even reduce the extent of acne problem, what they go through. People in the old age can have a good radiant skin. Number one. Number two, you get a symmetrical face. Number three, the sinuses, they get drained out. So if somebody is having allergic sinus problem, or they have a regular sinus issues, They can keep draining out their sinuses by this procedure done every day. Number 4, people with tension headaches, the headaches get reduced. Number 5, the neck pains get reduced. Number 6, most important, is with all these exercises of the jaw muscles and the jaw joint, the hearing in the ear also improves, because these muscles become so tight, they are so closer to the ear canal that it presses there. Now, if these muscles get released, if your muscles of the neck get released, there is definitely an improvement in your hearing by 25% if it is not neurological. Like if the nerve itself is not working, that's a different issue. But if there is no neurological issue and hearing is just affected, then in that case, you can definitely improve the hearing by these exercises. There are specific other exercises which we may later on cover up, or you can get in touch. But this is like, how you can get a beautiful face, a transformed face. I have myself, like, there are a couple of my clients where we have just like, given them a good set of exercises. They do it and they even practice it, like, if they have to go for a function or something, 15 minutes before the function, they just do their exercises, wash their face with a little cold water and done. It's like a beautiful radiant skin, a beautiful face, and that's it. You don't need much of cosmetics to cover up your face then. So this is how a beauty can be achieved by, it's like, simple maneuvers, not spending even a rupee into it. You just need to spend your time and everything is yours. It is like, today the second day of the post full moon. And if you have seen, the moon is so beautiful, big round moon. So it's our beauty compared to the moon there, and do those exercises. But remember one thing, even moon has got certain spots, the black spots there. So it's not necessary we have to be all like, uniformly colored and textured. We do have to have certain variations. Appreciate whatever is your skin, your shape, and work on it. If you like it and then you work on it, you get better results. If you always feel bad about your looks and then you start working on it, you will end up spending a lot of energy but not getting enough what you want. So number 1 is always appreciate what you have, accept what you have, and then you start working on it. You will definitely have the good results.